being with someone isn't really going to align, because it's like, yeah, I'm not about to be here for half the year, and that's going to be it, buddy. Like, you know what I mean? But that's...
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So again, so if you're new here, this channel is about love, family, marriage, just being classy women, changing the narrative of Black women in particular, right? And when the topic of marriage, and partnership and just couples, people coming together, men and women, it comes with a lot of hate. And there are women out here who will find any reason to find a way to demonize marriage, demonize partnership, demonize being with a man. And unfortunately, you have married women who also add to that narrative based on what they share, their stories. They're trying to be relatable, and they're all essentially feeding their delusional mindsets as to why marriage is not priority, why marriage doesn't matter, why it's a piece of paper, because of their stories. And I want to share this video of this woman talking about something that she came across, and let's come back and talk about it.
So I just found out something the other day, and I have to ask, women in long-term relationships or even married, are y'all okay? Because I just found out about like the lack of bodily autonomy you guys experience living with these men. And again, are you okay? Like, this woman was telling a story about how every time she would be in the kitchen just minding her business, like whether she's washing dishes, cleaning up, preparing dinner, her husband would come up behind her and just grope her, like just rub his Peter Whacker on her behind, and it just be so unwanted. He don't even try to butter her up first, nothing, just straight assault, to the point where he'd even go as far as putting his hands down her pants, just like because he thinks he can. And I'm just like, I never thought about the men who think that they have unlimited access to women because, one, they live with them, and then two, well, we're married. If I can't do it, who can't? And it's well, what if I don't want you to? This is such uncharted territory for me because I've never actually lived with a man, or honestly, I've never had to worry about that kind of thing long term. So are you guys like literally okay? I'm so sorry that this is happening to so many women. Like, because when I tell you that comment section was 9,000 comments deep of all these women saying, yeah, I agree. They just keep touching us and don't even ask. You're being assaulted in your own home. In the kitchen at that. Why would a man be there? You're not even safe in the kitchen.
So essentially she said wives are out here being assaulted by their husbands. That's basically what she said, that wives are being assaulted by their husbands. And she's trying to use this like, I feel bad for them. I'm so sorry that y'all are going through this. I had no idea. But did you also hear her say, I never really lived with a man. I'm also getting, have you ever had a man before? Have you ever had a man who wanted you in this way? Maybe that's why you can't understand it. The comments also were outlining the reality of like feeling bad for Black women, because it's like, damn, y'all really don't get it. Y'all will find anything to complain about. Then there's women in the comments who are also like, I don't mind, my husband has unlimited access. And then there's a response like, what's unlimited access? How do you give a man unlimited access? You still are an individual. He shouldn't have unlimited access. What does that mean? That's rape. That's assault. And it's like, you as a single unmarried woman is trying to convince a married woman that her husband is assaulting her because she gives him unlimited access. We as women complain so much, y'all. On one end, we want men to do this for us and do that for us. And if a man don't pay us any attention, he's cheating. He doesn't want us. He makes us feel abandoned. But then if he does touch us, grope you, do all the things, and he's assaulting you, he's annoying. And the crazy part about it is they always find a way to see the negative things that married women might share, but the positive that married women share or talk about, they hate it. They don't make videos about that. They don't make videos and say like, wow, I really saw a married woman talking about how much she really loves her husband, how much marriage really has benefited her life. They don't never make videos about that.
When I see another young girl get married and have children before the age of, I would even give it 26, I'd be like, oop, another one fell into the patriarchy. And I instantly feel so like my heart hurts for them because they don't even know. They don't even know. There's a reason why the government, society, and men pressure women to get into these relationships and have children before the age of 30. There's a reason for that. And granted, hello, I'm speaking from experience. I got married at 20. I had my first baby at 25, 24, right before 25th birthday. Yeah, I know. And this is not to dismiss marriage, relationships, having children as something negative. However, I feel like society doesn't make us wait for a reason. Because those who have children and get married later in life tend to be more confident, tend to be better parents, and tend to have their shit together.
Because it doesn't feed their mindset. It doesn't feed their narrative of how marriage is terrible. So they only go off of this. So this is, again, they spread it out. They talk about it. This story could all be a lie. To be quite honest, this could be all a lie that she made up in her own head and is sharing it. And what happens is they do this, as we see, looking for women to also agree. So when you have men in the comments disagreeing, you have women disagreeing, they don't know what to do with that. They're expecting women to all jump in and be like, yes. Now, don't get me wrong. There were women in there, again, who are using the word that, oh, yeah, he's raping her. What woman doesn't have her ownership over her own body? Why does a man get to have unlimited access to you? It's like, let's be logical. Like, any logical person who loves you and understands and knows you, if you're not feeling good and you're having a really hard day, you're just not, and you've communicated that man, not somebody to not gonna just walk in the kitchen, put his hands in your pants, slap your butt, and do all this stuff when you've already let him know, like, I'm having a really hard day. Maybe I've been down, I've been sad. Like, come on, right? But at the same time, we try to use these very it's just the most extreme situations of it's just crazy because it's like on one end, y'all let a stranger rub up on you, rub his thing up on you, but then you complain when your husband do it. Like, it's like, when are we ever satisfied?
Exactly. We're so young. Like, there's no need for us to be limiting ourselves and tying ourselves down to anything when we don't even fully know who we are. And I feel that in our past, our family and our ancestors and elders, they didn't really have that freedom and that choice to do what they wanted to do. So we have the liberation now to do that. We should be taking more time to experience and travel and see the different ways of living in life before we choose to just be with someone. That's another thing too. I travel often, so being with someone isn't really going to align because it's yeah, I'm not about to be here for half the year and that's going to be it, buddy. You know what I mean? But that's beautiful. We should be feeding ourselves more experiences instead of feeding ourselves the need to be loved. And I feel that when you do that, it's that same rush of just passion and joy. It's seeing new things, feeling new things for yourself is going to give you everything you need. You know what I mean?
When is it going to be enough? And then we wonder why we are single. We wonder why we're not married, because we find any way to try to cut access from our partners.
But if you're not having sex with your spouse and you are refusing to give them that gift and deal with that, you are just as responsible for the sin that they are tempted by. It is your responsibility. And for you not to care. And I've even heard people, Jay, tell their spouse, go find somebody and go do something.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because they are addicted to pornography or they don't want to.
Why be married? Why?
They want the bills paid. We talked about that in the other episode.
Look,
these folk want their bills paid, but they don't want to sleep with their spouse. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
Horrible.
Y'all tell me. You get married to somebody, you don't want to have sex with them, but you want to keep them. What kind of finessing is that?
Yeah.
What in the world are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I need answers.
Intimacy is a big lack of intimacy, shall I say, in marriages and relationships is a very real thing, y'all. Like, there are a lot of couples out here who are not intimate at all. Like, go months without being intimate with one another. Months in their marriage. And it's been normalized to be like, I don't feel like it's my body, it's my choice. I can do what I want. I don't you can't make me. And I'm not saying that no one can force you. We're not talking about force, but as a wife, as a husband, there's a job, there's a role that we play in each other's lives and meeting each other's needs. But like I said, this is just a way to feed their delusion and how they can continue to demonize marriage. It's nothing. It's a piece of paper. It don't matter. Who cares? Like, they will, again, anything that they can use to show that, oh yeah, I'm never being a wife, because they are so oppressed and they're slaves and they are doormats. They got to just lay down and do whatever the man say, and they don't have no freedom. They don't have no say so. It literally is just a lot of that. A lot of that continued narrative that we can never change it, when there are going to be married women out here who are going to tell their stories and they're going to take it and they're going to run with it. Like I said, you can have 10 women talk about marriage. 7 gave the most beautiful, most kind, most loving, positive side of marriage. But there were 3 who didn't. And those 3 somehow will trump the 7 who gave all the positive benefits of how their life has been thriving, how it's been greater, how it's been better. But those 3 who told you how it sucks, somehow what they say trumps everything. Because that's how they view marriage. They cannot see marriage as a positive thing, because they've never had anybody to love them. They've never had a man to want to touch and rub up on them and put his hands in their pants. They never had that before. So of course it seems crazy. Of course it seems weird. Of course you don't understand how. And again, like I said, it's this fake, I feel sorry for y'all. Oh my God, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Girl, please. Like, let's stop it. Let's stop. Let's stop the foolishness. Let's stop the BS. Let's stop acting like you really care, because you were looking for this. I don't know. I think she's looking for this whole, like, get the girls together. We're going to all bash them in. And I don't know. Like, again, marriage is work. Marriage takes a lot of commitment. There are going to be good days. There are going to be bad. There are going to be good weeks. There are going to be bad weeks. There are going to be good months. There are going to be bad months. It takes work. But I don't think, me personally, me asking my husband for, can I touch his back, or can I rub on you? Like, I thought we just know, like, as when you become one, it's just like an unspoken rule. Like, we just, I don't know. But let me know your thoughts on this topic. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this conversation. Is she onto something? Let me know. Drop it down below. If you enjoyed the conversation, of course, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, join the Patreon, links in the description. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.